In my first Animating with AI video, you voted for me to tackle Rick and Morty next. So here we are.
I'm something of a scientist myself.
I initially tried using deepfake software like Deepfake's Web Beta and FaceApp for this, but they all failed to read a 2D character as a human face, like you might expect. So coming up short with that, I tried my luck back with EbSynth, which is a style transfer software that doesn't technically use artificial intelligence, but I thought it might get us a similar result to a deepfake that we could apply to animation. Last time doing The Simpsons, the biggest problem we ran into is the lack of detail in the original 2D footage. All the flat colors meant that there wasn't enough landmarks or information to track the movement accurately, so we got some strange results. For a more reliable base, let's try it with a 3D version. I'm using this footage from Dan Bouvet, who has done an incredible job of modeling and animating loads of Rick and Morty scenes, all in Maya. I'm going to use this clip here from the pilot, and I'm going to select a frame where he has an open mouth to get all that teeth detail that we want. And I'm going to take that into Photoshop and repaint it in a new style to apply that to the whole scene. Instead of going 100% digital painting, I'm going to use a photo montage of Mr. Defoe's wonderfully expressive face. Because we have to match the proportions of the original frame very closely, this is going to look a bit strange. It turned out just a tad more horrifying than I expected. And I wasn't exactly expecting it to be particularly flattering. Here's before and here's after. Let's put an image sequence of the original clip and a new frame into EbSynth and take a look.
Trying to say, Morty, listen, I'm not, you don't gotta worry about me trying to fool around with Jessica or mess around with Jessica or anything. I'm not that kind of guy.
This is actually way better than I was expecting. The extra lighting information from the 3D rendering makes a huge difference. To show the difference, here's a frame that I've tweaked to fit the original 2D footage. And let's see how that one compares.
Trying to say, Morty, listen, I'm not, you don't gotta worry about me trying to fool around with Jessica or mess around with Jessica or anything. I'm not that kind of guy.
This one is significantly more horrifying, especially with the way the teeth mangle and mash into each other is particularly upsetting to me. I also did another version with William Dafoe's head put straight onto the footage with no editing at all. And let's see how this one looks.
Trying to say, Morty, listen,
okay, this one isn't great either, but it kind of tracks to his head pretty nicely. It's mainly the eyes and the mouth moving that, mess it up a fair bit. This 3D one wasn't perfect by any means, but I think for some use cases, maybe a psychedelic sequence where this sort of floaty, painterly look that you get could work really well, and this software would save a whole lot of time in that process. I did one last test using what the software was built for, adding style to filmed footage, where I added some more Rick-like features to Mr. Defoe here.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
This one I think turned out great. It's much more subtle, but the hair, the eyebrows, and the pupils are nearly flawless. And even though the dribble sort of jumps about a bit on his chin, I kind of think that doesn't matter too much in the context of the whole scene. It kind of looks like the light is just reacting to it, and it's not too noticeable or distracting. The only real error I noticed is where the eyebrow sort of breaks apart in this section here. But I think we can live with that. Please let me know down in the comments what other animated properties you'd like to see me vandalize with this and some other cutting edge software. I'll see you in the next video.